What's up, Snips? Welcome back to Pleeka. Today we're talking about Ahsoka Episode 5. God, imagine a truck just smashes through here and kills me while I do this video. That'd be fucking nuts. Holy Anakin, Batman. Anakin Skywalker is back in Star Wars, kind of. They didn't really explain it, but kind of. Wow, this was a fun episode of Ahsoka. I did say it did kind of lag a little bit in the back half of the episode, but I still really enjoyed that, because it was just, but like, it only lagged because I got fucking Anakin and the Clone Wars and little Ahsoka and all that in the first 30 minutes of the show, so of course the second half isn't going to be as entertaining, but what a fucking great episode. Hats off. I'm not gonna, but hats off to Dave Filoni, you know, it was just so fun and weird and like something I never thought I would actually see in a Star Wars project. I never thought I would see live action Ahsoka and Anakin together. So it's just like, it was really fun seeing that. Seeing Anakin was great in the show. I loved that. But honestly, it was so cool and unexpected to see the Mandalorians in the Clone Wars, like in the Siege of Mandalore scene. That was so amazing. I loved that so much. I hope I'm getting this right. I've been hearing this a lot online too with Ahsoka the White and all this shit. And it bases off of because she's in white robes at the end of Rebels and she's in gray robes in this and all that. And she's been crossed-armed and pretty stern, you know, for this whole show. And people haven't really been liking that, but it seems like she was like that because she thought she blamed herself for the, you know, Anakin turning to Darth Vader and all that. She just found that out in Rebels and all this shit before, so she blames herself for that, and that's why she's been a little down in the dumps. She hasn't really cared about living throughout all these episodes. Apparently, these past 4 episodes, she's like, I could live or die, take it, I don't care. But so then that happened. She got hurt last episode by Balin, killed and fell into the world between worlds, as it seems like, and then hung out with Anakin for a bit, got some fucking dope flashbacks with Anakin. You can kind of tell it was a little volume fighting, but it was so neat. Especially just like the lightsaber moves, it was just so much more fluid, and it just looked different. It felt so much more prequel-y than the stuff we've gotten in like sequels and even just like Mandalorian fight scenes and stuff we've gotten on the show. Even though the stuff on the show's been good, it just felt different. It felt like, oh, that's Anakin. That's Anakin swinging that lightsaber, baby. Anyways, though, she does that. She has a time. He gets her almost, and then she's like, no, I choose to live. And then he gets a little smile, Anakin smile on his face, and he's like, oh, I guess, you know what, fuck, I mean, maybe you will learn something after all. And then she wakes up in the water and everybody saves her. Now she's Ahsoka the White, kind of. I gotta admit, it seems like a little bit of a pointless journey, you know what I mean? We don't blame Ahsoka for the fall of Anakin. We know that's not true. And I feel like she could have just got like Force Ghost Anakin could have shown up in some struggling times for her. Which, for all we know, maybe this was Force Ghost Anakin. Like I said in the beginning, we have no idea. But yeah, that's my only little nitpicky stuff with it, is like, I don't know what it means. I don't know if this was just a fun, cool thing that she experienced, and now she's gonna be happy Ahsoka, and that's gonna push her to save Ezra and find Sabine. I don't know. It just seems weird to me because it is another thing where you have to see Rebels. You know, you don't have to, I guess. But it's like they're expecting you kind of to have seen it to understand where she's at in the beginning of the show, and then why she turns into Ahsoka the White later on, which is kind of cool. It makes the other shows feel like they matter and they're real shows. A show shouldn't just not matter because it's animated, even though it happens a lot. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. All of the scenes with Ahsoka and Anakin are going into my Star Wars spank bank of like scenes that I'm gonna go back to and just rewatch like all the time. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I just don't know what any of it fucking meant.
I don't understand.
That's your problem.
But yeah, how cool is that too, that they kind of redid the end of Rebels thing where he does that and like he got the Purgles to take him and Thrawn out, and they did that kind of same shit. It was a little weird too. It was very odd. I don't know what this means either. And Ahsoka kind of took note to this too, is that Jason heard her and Anakin fighting in the water. Like, he heard underneath there. Yeah, I don't understand. And I know it's like he's using the Force and shit, and that's how he's hearing that. But it was interesting that he could hear that. I wonder what that's leading to and what that means. And a little example for why I thought the end lagged a little bit too is like, so when Ahsoka was getting the Purgles, and like I understood she's doing what Ezra did, and I felt like they've talked about it enough, and she looked at them from down below, and we've get kind of the idea that she's going to use them somehow, and then when they jumped to Lightspeed 2 in the episode, we would get the idea. But it kind of annoyed me that it ended up being one of those shows where they cut to Jason, and he's like, oh, so Ahsoka's going to put her hand up to the Purgle and talk to it like Ezra did. Kind of like that story you told me, Mom. And then she's in there like, yes, very good. You're paying attention to the show. You understand that well. I hate those moments. I hate those a lot. But so I could have done without that. I feel like there was a couple moments like that in the show where they just were explaining things to me, and I was like, I get it. Come on. I get it. I don't need this scene. And I may have just been being impatient because I got some good Anakin in this episode and I was being a little spoiled brat, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of that stuff at the end lagged a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I don't have much else to say. I didn't honestly further the plot much more other than changing, like, it finished Ahsoka's character growth, and now she's gonna be all happy and chipper. She could fight better, and, you know, she'll get the job done. For sure, hopefully. Also, quick question. Did they pick up Sabine's helmet, or did they just leave it there as, like, you know, maybe in case she dies, this will be where we remember her and we're gonna leave her helmet here? Or did they bring it on the ship so when they find her, she could put it on and do some Mandalorian action? Because if I was her, I'd be kind of pissed. Like, you left my fucking helmet where they kidnapped me? What the fuck, guys? But I don't know. I was wondering that because they just kept kind of dicking around with her helmet there. I do really like they keep doing these things, which is like, I know they do that in Rebels and Clone Wars and shit too, where like they tap into the Force more. It just reminds me though of Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order, of like when he's doing his little memory shit and like touching it and getting the echoes. When she did that, it reminds me of that. It's just kind of fun, it tying in all the different Star Wars stuff, even though, yeah, I know they've done that before, but that's what it reminds me of, and I think it's kind of neat. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this Ahsoka video. I'm really digging the show. We're halfway through, a little more than halfway through now. I've heard this isn't the last we're gonna see of Anakin. I've heard we get him in like episode, I don't know, a couple episodes later that he comes back. So maybe that'll be when we explain what the hell happened and like why he's there, if that's Anakin, what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I am also curious, like, why haven't we seen a Force Ghost Anakin other than at the end of episode 6, you know? It's just kind of weird. Also, they did mention Leia in this. They said Senator Organa or something. They said something to the fact of that. I'll put a clip in right here.
HQ. Senator Organa says she can only give us cover for so long.
But they mentioned Leia, and I've heard online people like, why don't they mention Leia? They did, just very briefly in episode 5, but they did. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below maybe your theories on what you think Anakin was in this episode. Anything maybe I missed, anything you think's gonna happen in the future. I don't know, comment whatever you like. And catch you guys next week for episode 6. Or maybe we go into the next dimension. I keep saying dimension. The next galaxy, universe, whatever. And we meet Ezra, and we meet Sabine. Or, you know, the portal just took him somewhere nuts. And, you know, the whole show goes on a way different trajectory. And we don't even see those characters ever again.
What?
Wouldn't that be crazy, huh? Who knows, though? Catch you guys next week for more Ahsoka.